So keep it simple, silly. Silly, silly. That's Sylvester up here. So keeping it simple. Too many times people just talk way too much. Right? My sister, she talks all the time, and I just keep trying to reel her in. Like, she sends me, seriously, 5-minute voicemails, and sometimes I don't even listen to them all because they're too long. And she says the same thing over, but just different ways. You know, so I know when I hear it the first time, I know she's going to say it like 3 more times, but again in a different way. So the thing is that that's what we tend to do in this, is we tend to try to convince someone with how amazing this is. Because you're going to leave here super excited, right? You guys are around so many positive people, the energy is high. You're learning so much great information. You're going to go home, you're going to bombard your person next to you on the plane. You're going to be like, who are going to talk to go to this spot? Like, I need 5 people for July. Like, you're going to be all over the place trying to talk to people. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, because you're so excited, when you're excited about something, you start talking about everything. And then they just get out with this vegan technology. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come with the beast, and then we're going to come with this, and we're going to come with this. Well, everything, and this trainer was there, and this trainer was there. And then you start talking. And then everyone's like, what? I don't even want to look at what you're talking about. That's it. Stop. Let's keep it simple. Super simple. So when you're putting the business in front of someone, if you just focus on super simple roadmap of how it should go, that's when you're going to have more people signing up. And it really comes down to you just do this over and over and over and over and over again. Let it rinse, repeat. Do it over. Because as soon as you stop, that's when the train stops. And it's hard to get that train going again. Darren Hardy spoke a couple years, 2 years ago. 2 years ago? Yeah, Summit. And he used that analogy of, you know, that pumping the well. I mean, we used to go out and get spring water, ready to pump a well. And then as soon as the pump goes forever, then the water's flowing. But as soon as you stop, it's going to slow. And then you got to push hard again to get to go. That's what your coaches do all the time. That's what many of you may have done. Is that you started going, you're having good times, and then all of a sudden someone died in your family. And then something else happened in your life. And then you got derailed and you weren't doing what you should be doing all the time to grow your business. And then now you have to like, oh, do it again. Do it again. If you're consistent, it's going to keep growing no matter what. Every month, Making Success Club happens. It does. Because you're laying seeds along the way. You're constantly laying seeds. The only way you're going to be able to make that life coach for Carl's mission for July is if you really focus more on being consistent and laying those seeds. And when will the most amount of those people actually sign up to do your challenge or sign up to be a coach or a customer? When will that happen? If you do that now, end of June, when will that typically happen? End of July, don't you think? End of July. Because you've been depositing seeds. And you can't just say, grow, right? You have to cultivate it. It's so nice. You keep making that relationship go. You keep diving into their need, checking in with them. And then when they're ready, most of the times it's usually after a little bit of time. So that's what we really have to think about if you want to make your goal. And this is a system that we're going to have you follow. And if you follow it simply, just when you have those conversations, your conversations when you're putting the business in front of people are going to be so much more successful. They will allow you to sign up more coaches. I promise, I guarantee it. I guarantee it, and I got something to show you that's going to prove it as well.
And this business is fun. Do you love, I love this business. This business is fun. Are there some moments every once in a while where it's not quite as fun? Every once in a while? Again, as Christine referenced, Darren Hardy said, consistency is doing those unsexy things when nobody else wants to do them, and doing them over and over and over again. So if you follow this system or any system, your structure that you have, and doing it over and over and over again, then it's going to net those seeds that she was talking about in July. Your action items today, we're going to talk about a planned share and a surprise share. A planned share is exactly what it says. You are planning to meet with someone to talk about the business or a product. The two of you, or maybe a group, and you are meeting together, and you all know that the intent of this meeting is to talk about something related to Beachbody. It's an appointment. Just as Christine will reference a little bit later, a hair appointment or a car checkup appointment. You make an appointment, it's planned, everyone there knows what's going on. A surprise share is something that just happens as you're out living your life. Open bag when you went home, your bag that you take out and about with you. Do all of you have business cards and Shakeology samples in your bag when you leave your house? You should. And when we were talking about this presentation, one of my coaches posted on our team Facebook page just this week, and it's so great, so perfect. I had to share it with you on stage. I'm going to pull it up. Her name is Kay Page, and she has no idea that I'm sharing her story on stage at Summit right now. And she said that she was at a grocery store in the produce section, and she overheard two employees talking about their weight and another girl whose button popped on her pants because she gained weight. Kind of light and funny conversation. So she said, popping a button is never a good thing, and they all smiled, kind of laughed, and moved on. But then she turned her card around and gave her business card to the guy that's making fun of the button popper and said, sorry to eavesdrop, but it's my job to help people with their nutrition and fitness. Can you give this to the gal whose button popped off? I'd love to talk with her if she wants. In the grocery store, she was having a conversation. She was living her life. She was living her life. Cared enough to share that with someone and had her business card on her. If she hadn't had her business card, that would have been a lost opportunity. How many opportunities are out there every day? We're looking for them. Hundreds, thousands. People need what we have. They need what we have. Keep those business cards and those Shakeology samples handy. You'll run into people all the time with them that you talked about Shakeology. You haven't had a chance to give them a sample or something. Now you run into them at dance or gym or somewhere that you're running on, and you happen to have that sample. Now you can give it to them. Never leave your home without your business cards and your Shakeology packets, because you never know when these kinds of opportunities are going to happen. You've got to be ready for them.